Just getting on here a couple minutes early so people have time to jump on. We're going to make 2 cards today. I really wish I knew how to do that. Change the title. So I am about 4 minutes early. We are going to be making a card using Eden's Garden. Ah, there we go. Let's see. There we go. Oh. There we go. So how is everybody tonight? Hey, Gigi. I was thinking about you today. I need to get your card in the mail. Hope your mom is doing well. So, yeah, I got nothing. I feel like I'm just sitting here waiting for 6 o'clock. That's good. Are you going to get to go home anytime soon, Gigi? Hey, Dorothy. Glad you were able to make it. We're just giving everybody a couple more minutes here to be able to jump on and get to see the 2 projects I'm going to make tonight using this new stamp set, Eden's Garden. It was pre-released in December and is available in the new holiday catalog for Stampin' Up. We have some new cotton paper. Wow, Gigi, you'll be in Washington till June, huh? You must be working from home or from your mom's house. All right, looks like we have about 1 more minute until 6 o'clock, and then I'll go ahead and get started. Remote is the only way to go. I like to go to work. I'm not so good at the teaching online thing. Was definitely not good for my mental health, so I prefer to teach in the classroom. But Chris works from home and he absolutely loves it now, so. All right, well, it is 6 o'clock. Thank you for joining me. Can you believe it? 3 lives in a row. Like, holy cow. I told Chris I was doing another one tonight. He's like, wow. But it's so fun and it's so easy with all my new setup. So this is a new set and there's a new suite of papers, and we will be using the papers that go along with the Eden's Garden. If you are interested in this suite, you can DM me or get a hold of me. Everybody knows how to get a hold of me as of right now. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that we're going to make. The first card is a triple fold and opens like this. It says, "Sending hugs, my heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything." And I just love this stamp. It looks like it's been stamped multiple times, but it's just one stamp, and I'm going to show you that tonight. And then we have this card. It's just a simple card. "Dear friend, how are you? Sending hugs," with these cute little gems. So let's go ahead and we'll get started. We will make the this card first. So we'll set that over here. And then we'll make the other card, okay? All right, so let me grab all the things. So the Eden's Garden comes with a die set, or you can buy the die set that comes with it. And it looks like this. So you have this banner. And so this actually doesn't cut on this edge, so you can really kind of do it wherever. So I actually cut this on the edge of the gold foil paper. So I have that piece. And then when I cut this out, because I knew I wouldn't be using the center, let me grab it. I just cut all 3 layers out at the same time. Because, you know, why waste it? So they come apart super easy. I did use my metal shim because these are so intricate. But that's really all your waste that you have. And then the centerpiece where just the leaves were cut. So there you go. That's why I have those 3 dies taped together. It just made it easier when I was die cutting. So I wanted to show you that. So we won't be using this piece or this extra leaf set for this card. I just wanted to show you how I die cut that out. All right. So first I'm going to start off with my card base. And my card base measures 5.5 by 8.5. And I have scored it on the landscape side at 3 inches. And then I flipped it over and I scored it at 1 1/4. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just fold on those score lines and burnish. So this is our card base, okay? And then first I'm going to adhere my gold strip, but I see I have a couple little things I just need to poke out that didn't come out yet. And that's it, just the one little piece. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat here in case any of the glue oozes out. It will get on the silicone mat and not on my work surface. So I'm going to take and just put a line of glue on that edge, just like that. And then I'm going to, now this strip measures 6 inches, so I'll cut off the excess. And I'm going to flip it over. Try and get it as straight as I can. I'm going to line up the edge with that stitched line. And there we go. Now I'm just going to take my scissors and trim off the part that's hanging over, and then that part is done. So, I mean, just that little is just so pretty. Okay, then I'm missing a piece of my paper. I might have to get my paper out and cut another. Then this piece goes here, and this piece that I'm gluing on now measures 2 3/4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to glue that down, center that, so I have a nice mat all the way around that edge. And those two pieces are for die cutting, and that is a die cut, and that goes there. Oh, well, let me grab that paper packet, and I will just cut the missing piece. So here is that pattern, and on the back side it looks like that. Isn't that just stunning with that gold foil? So I need to cut this at 1 inch. I can cut 1 inch with this on the right side because I do have a couple little measurements there. I'm going to cut that at 1 inch. And then I'm going to cut it at 5 1/4. Just like that. And that is the piece that will go right here on that. And you'll center that just like you did with the other one. And that's where we're at so far. So let me go ahead and we're going to stamp this white piece, and then we'll do some die cutting. All right, so first I'm going to stamp the big flower, and I'm going to show you the rubber has different depths so that you get that illusion that it was a multi-stamped image, and you can see those a lot better once you ink it up. So I'm using Evening Evergreen ink, and so when I hold that up you can see the different dimensions in the color of ink, and then when I put it down you can see it even better. So there we go. Just like that. Isn't that just so pretty? And then I'm going to take this next little leaf, and it's going to go there. And then I'm going to take the not sending hugs. The sentiment that says, "My heart is tied to yours. Tug if you need anything." And I'm going to stamp that with the Evening Evergreen right there. Oh, just so pretty. And then I'll glue that. And then I'm going to stamp the Sending Hugs on this piece. And then we will go ahead and die cut that out with a circle. So what's the weather like? It's super cold here. We had a high of -6 today the last time I checked. Not a lot of snow. I mean, there is snow, but there's not like feet or feet. But -6 says I need to just keep myself inside. What about you? How's the weather in Washington, Gigi? All right, I got to get those. I need that Sending Hugs again, so I wanted to get that cleaned off. Now I'm going to take my mini cut and emboss machine, and with the green, I'm going to die cut a scallop circle, and I'm also going to because you're not going to need the inside of the scallop circle. I'm going to take the die cut of the leaf and I'm going to put it on the inside of the circle because we're going to put that behind the white circle so nobody will ever see that. It'll all be covered up, and you know, why waste? So there's that. I'm going to scrap in my circle. And then I'm going to take my piercing tool and poke that out of the die, just like that. Perfect. Put that over in the magnetic bowl until I have time to put it away. Then I'm going to take a regular circle that is slightly smaller than the scallop, and I am going to die cut the sending hugs. 10 inches of snow. That's not too bad. That's not feet, but it's much warmer there than it is here. All right, so there's that. And we'll move the die cut machine over for a minute. We'll need it again on the next card. But we're going to grab this and we're going to finish it right up. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on the back. And just, you know, adding stamps to the inside of the card and taking time to add that sentiment. I know a lot of people just like to leave it blank, but it sure does add a lot and sure makes that card have a finished look. I'm looking for my sand eraser because I have a little smudge here. I want to see if I can, of course, you know, because I need it right this second. I can't, oh, there it is. I found it. A little smudge there of something. I don't know what it is. But we'll sand it off and there we go. So now let's work on the front of the card. So I'm going to take some glue and just put it around the edge. You know, we cut the middle of that green scallop circle out, so, and then we'll line that up, and it's just a slight tiny little edge. And then I have the two leaves. Go ahead and poke out those pieces that are supposed to have fallen out but didn't quite yet. There's that one and this one. There we go. And now I'm going to take, and I want to kind of place these where I want them to come off the back. I want the gold in front, and I really like that. So I'm going to turn that over, and I'm going to take a dimensional and just put it right on the top of that to kind of hold it in place. And then I'll take a few more dimensionals. And then the last thing I want to add is my ribbon. This is the soft succulent ribbon that's open weave, and it's just like the ribbon we used last night. So I'm going to cut two pieces. About that big each. And then I'm going to take and I'm going to fold this ribbon in half. And I'm going to grab a glue dot here. These are my big ones. And I like the big ones because I can fold it in half and it will still stick to the back. Okay. So I want to add it like that. And now I'm going to kind of loop this around like so. I'm going to grab another big glue dot that I have here. because it will hold everything in place. We'll loop that back around like I had it. And then I'm going to go just directly across from that. Go ahead and peel that. There we go. So then it looks like that, and so it kind of gives the illusion that the ribbon goes all the way behind it, even though it doesn't really. And I'm going to trim that off. And you certainly could, but I was trying to save some ribbon. I don't know that I really did save any ribbon. And I'm going to just glue that just like that. And then I'm going to take a couple of the garden gems and decorate the front with one big one and two little ones. There we go. All right, so there is the card I just made, and this is the one I had done earlier. I like that this is kind of a little surprise when you open the card. So let me know what you think. Aren't they just adorable? All right, that was the first card. Now I'm going to go ahead and we're going to knock out the second card and show you this awesome cotton paper. So I have a card base here that measures 8.5 by 5.5. Here's the rest of my pieces. And I have a big piece of white cardstock that I need to cut down. We're going to cut it down to 5 1/4. And then I'm going to cut it at 4 inches and at 4 inches because I need one piece for the front and I need one piece for the inside of the card. All right, so there's that. And so on the inside, we will stamp that, but the outside, we will completely cover it. So this is the cotton paper, and it feels a lot like maybe a heavyweight tissue paper, and it comes in the soft succulent and the garden or evening evergreen, but I'm going to give it some texture. I don't know if you could see this in the video, but this is textured, and I'm going to show you how to get that done. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm just going to crumble this up just like so. And then I'm going to straighten it out, and then I'm going to crumble it one more time. Okay? All right, and then I'm going to take my glue and I am going to glue it down right here. Okay, and I put glue on the white because I'm going to flatten this down, and I'm going to make sure it's good and flat. Kind of iron it out just like that, and then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put glue on the other side, and I'm going to add my other piece to it. And then now I can go ahead and trim the edges. See, I didn't get glue right there, but I want to add some so that these edges don't come up later. All right, so now I'm going to just flip that over, take my scissors, trim that right off there, and trim that off there. And that is the front of my card. Now I'm going to take some of this white ribbon, and I'm going to take one of my small glue dots here and put one on this end, and I'm going to line the ribbon up with the edge of that DSP. And now I'm going to take this other strip that I have here that I pre-die cut before getting on live here. Just pop out my little pieces that didn't pop out. And I'm just going to glue it down this edge so that this little gold is kind of sticking out from behind the ribbon. That wasn't a very straight cut there. And I'm just lining that up with the edge of that DSP. And then your ribbon will go right over the top, just like that. And then we'll take that over, and I'm going to just trim a little bit of that ribbon off. And take my glue dot and put it at the end of the ribbon. Family, I'm still on live. Thank you. I think they forgot I was on the video. All right, so there's that. Now we are ready to glue this onto the front of our card. Just like that, and I will center it so I have a nice even border. Hold that down a little bit. There we go. So what I have left is I have this die cut here. Let me grab that other one that I already popped out. So I looked at this and I thought, man, there are limitations to that. So I decided I was going to use this piece, but in a different way. So I cut it down into smaller pieces. So I just kind of went around here and I found, oh, I can cut it here and here. Okay, maybe trim off that little edge, poke that out. There we go. And then I can cut this right like that. So I'm getting all of these little branches that I glued all the way around my circle, so that I could get more use out of my die. There we go. So now I have a pile of those branches. And you might think, oh, they don't look very good, but as soon as you start putting them around the circle, they will be just fine. So now I'm going to grab that circle die again that I had used earlier, and I am going to cut a circle out of the evening evergreen again. Oh. It slid over just a little bit. There we go. Let's try that again. There we go. There's that. And we'll throw that piece in the trash. And we're done die cutting now. So before I glue, I want to do a little bit of heat embossing. Grab my Versamark pad and my Sending Hugs. There we go. And take my white embossing powder. Grab my tweezers because this is kind of a small piece. There we go. Make sure I get all that extra powder off. All right. So I'm going to heat set that real quick. And you don't want to overheat the white. You just want to heat it till it's bright. I am famous for overheating it, and what happens is it kind of starts to disappear, and then it doesn't look right. All right, so there's that. So now I'm going to take this glue, and I just put some glue around the edge, and I'm just going to layer all these pieces all the way around. That leaf looks a little funny, so I'm just going to trim it off. There you go. And I don't think I need that one, so there. Just like that, and now it has a whole new look. Now I will put dimensionals on the back. And we'll go ahead and just pop that right there on the front. There we go. And to finish this card off, we'll just add a little white bow with that same ribbon. I kind of like little tiny bows. There we are. Pull and tighten. Make it a little smaller and tighten. There we go. And grab a glue dot. And we'll add that right there to the bottom. And then we'll take our gems, our garden gems that are oh so pretty. Oh, I haven't done the inside, so I guess I'm not quite done, but we're getting close. We'll go ahead and add 3 of them. Just like that, and then we can say that the front of the card is done. And we'll quickly stamp the inside, and then we will be done. All right, so here is the piece that we're going to layer on the inside of the card. And we're going to need our Evening Evergreen ink. And I want to stamp the Dear Friend, How Are You? And this little branch of leaves. So I stamped the leaves first. Just like that. And then just, Dear Friend, How Are You? You know, it's a nice little sentiment to check up on your friends every once in a while. I'm going to give that a second to dry before I rub my hands across it to glue it into the inside of the card. All right, so those are done. Now we'll just take a little bit of glue. Around the outside edge. And we will center that nicely in the middle. And you know, it just taking a minute to stamp and decorate the inside sure gives that card a finished look. All right, so there's that first card we made, and the one I did earlier. So pretty, so elegant. I think I can pull off elegant. And then we'll take a look at the other two cards. Just like that. So let me know what you think. They are so fun, and I have 4 sending hug cards, so you just never know when that person needs a little happy mail. So thanks for stopping by. I hope you all have an incredible day. Please like and share. If you are catching me on YouTube, like and share and hit that little bell so you receive all the notifications. If you are watching me on Facebook, why don't you check me out on YouTube at That's Incredible, Incredible with a K, and I will also link my YouTube channel on this video. So you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.